First video of 2015, let's kick it off. Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my white room. Now today I'm going to be talking about the film Wild. This came out back in early December in very limited release. As far as I know, it's still in something of a limited release, and I got to see this movie, so I'm going to talk about it because it's very, very good. Reese Witherspoon stars as Cheryl Strayed, and she is a woman who hiked this massive trail across the U.S., and she did it in about 90 days, and it's a very interesting story. Reese Witherspoon does a phenomenal job in this movie. She does probably her best performance in a very long time as far as I've seen. I haven't seen her in a lot of things, admittedly, but she does a really nice job in this role. Laura Dern is also in this movie quite a lot. She plays Cheryl's mother, Bobby, and she does a really nice job in her role as well. It's kind of interesting to see the relationship between these two people. One thing that the movie does really, really neatly is that it shows Cheryl's journey from the beginning of the hike from the mountain up to the very end, but then placed in here during her time are flashbacks, and we get to see her upbringing, and then we get to see kind of the events that led her to be on this trail in the first place and her reasons for doing it. And it's very, very interesting. She lived a very interesting life. This is based on a true story, and so the fact that a lot of this stuff is factual and it's based off of the book that Cheryl Strayed actually wrote is very, very cool. As far as I can tell, a lot of the events were portrayed very, very accurately from the encounters that Cheryl has on the trail, as far as her background and the things that she does in her life before the trail, and just the number of injuries that she accumulates. They don't just have Reese Witherspoon all fine and not broken and beat up after this or during it. She is very broken. She has bruises all over her body, and it's just very realistic depiction of someone who is doing this for 90 days. The movie is also very, very engaging. I never really felt bored during the movie. It keeps the pace going for a good chunk of time. It keeps it interesting as well, as we get to see different parts of Cheryl's background and her history, and that just works really, really well. It keeps the audience engaged, and I really like that aspect of the film. One thing the movie does that I didn't really like is that it will build up tension about something or some issue, and then it will just kind of fade away. The tension will just fade away. And so it didn't really deliver on a lot of things in terms of tension building, so I didn't really like that part of it so much. It's like, why build the tension if it's not going to accumulate? But, I mean, they're basing off these facts, so maybe that's why. I also didn't like that they kind of left the ending very open. I don't want to spoil it. It's a nice ending, but I really would have liked to see more in terms of a conclusion and something tying up the movie as a whole. And so I didn't really get that satisfaction. And then there's also just a few things that were left kind of unsaid, and you kind of had to assume what happened with some issues that she had before the trail, and so that part kind of bugged me. But that's really just nitpicking at this point. This is a very well done movie. I really, really enjoyed it. From what I could tell, this was filmed on location on the actual trail that she walked on. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. It's just a very cool movie, very well done. Reese Witherspoon does a phenomenal job in the role. It's really nice to see her going out and doing these big and serious roles now. So those are my thoughts on Wild. I definitely recommend going to see it if it is in a theater close to you. It's well worth your time. Reese Witherspoon does a great job, and it's easily one of the best films of 2014. I kind of wish I'd been able to put it on my list, but such is life. So those are my thoughts. Let me know yours if you have seen Wild down in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them. Did you like the movie as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Once again, if you so choose, I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, my people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.